Hi, thanks for stopping by, checking out this video. My name is Elouise. I am from South Carolina. It's been quite a few years since I made a video. Well, really, the reason I had not made a video because I had not really found anything that I want to make a video about. And so in this video, what I'm going to do today is just introduce you to myself to let you know that I am real, that I'm a real person, so that you'll know that, okay, this lady is real. My name is Elouise. I was born and raised. I'll tell a little bit about my story so you know where I'm coming from. I was born and raised in a little small town right out of Savannah, Georgia, by single parents. And how my mother became a single parent is that my father deserted her and three children when I was like 7 years old. And so my mother had to raise three kids, me, my sister, and my brother. And I was the oldest one in home because wow, my mother waited 17 years before she came and had me. And so we had to learn to work, go to school, and I mean work in the field, picking cotton, beans, and peas, and peanuts. And we did it. And my mother, she worked hard and she told us to go to school and get that education so when we grow up we can get a good job. Well, I did just like my mother taught me. I went to school and I studied real hard. And why I studied hard, I wanted to be smart, and I really wanted to be smarter than anybody in my classroom. So I would do my work fast, and I would do my work ahead of everybody, and it paid off. And I graduated salutatory of my class, and I would teach my little sister everything that I would do, and my little brother. And when my sister graduated, she was valedictorian of her class. Well, my little brother didn't really get it, but that's just part of my story. And at 17 years old, I had a brother that was 17 years old. Like I said, he was living in Jersey City, New Jersey with my uncles. And my mother decided that we was going to move back to Jersey City. So I went a couple of months ahead of her and my sister and my brother. And I went to Jersey City. And a year after I was up there, I was 19 years old. And I met my husband and got married. And to this marriage, wow, great marriage. Had 6 daughters, and I didn't have to get out and work, really, because my husband felt no one was good enough to take care of his kids, so he was a good provider. But that's not how life always ends. At 36 years old, I became a widow with 6 girls to raise. My husband was killed by a drunk driver crossing the street in Syracuse, New York. So now I'm left with 6 little girls. My oldest had just turned 18. My baby daughter, has just turned 7. So I was left without a B plan. But you know what? I thank God that I had took the test for the U.S. Postal Service. And I passed that test. And I got a good job working at the U.S. Postal Service. So I was blessed. Didn't have another B plan. Didn't know after 22 years of working, one day I would fall, hurt myself. And you know what? They said, well, we're going to let you go out on disability retirement because we had no problem with you, nothing like that. So at the time, I'm 51 years old. Who would want to go out on disability retirement? Excuse me. But when it got to Washington, D.C., they denied my disability retirement. They said my doctor was a practitioner and this and that. And so they denied. So now I'm stuck after 22 years of working. I went a little forward ahead of myself. I worked 11 years in Jersey City, New Jersey at the U.S. Postal Service, and I decided after my husband got killed, I wanted to take my children out of the city into a smaller setting. So I had a girlfriend that was living here in Columbia, South Carolina, and so I came down and visited, and so I decided that I would put in for a transfer. Well, I got the transfer, and me and my family, we moved here into Columbia, South Carolina, and after 11 years, that was my fate. Losing my job after 22 long years. No B plan. Had 2 homes, new car, because I always drove nice cars because I had it like that. And so now I got to start all over at 51 years old. Trying to find a good job, that was just like, okay, what you gonna do? But within me was burst entrepreneur. how to become, how to make my own money. I just started feeling, okay, got to be another way. I didn't want to go hit a North or hit a Clark. I just didn't want to do that. So during that time, they had the flea market, and you could buy clothes, you can buy pocketbooks, you can buy the pictures, you can do this and do that. And I became Wheezy on Wheel. I started buying the clothes, and I went to shows, and I got my license, and I was selling clothes at the trunk of my car. I would go to the flea market. I would have a yard sale, and I began to just sell different things. And one day, I didn't know about computers, and I was introduced to computers by my grandchildren. And during that time, it was MySpace, and I want to learn MySpace. And my grandchildren, they taught me MySpace to set me on my page up. And in doing all of that, um, didn't know what I was doing, but I played around with it. And I met this young lady named Sylvia Williams, and began to play around, and she talked to me, and I talked to her on Facebook, and she introduced me to network marketing, MLM, as you would call it. And I started dipping and dabbing in a little here and a little there, and she just, I told her I didn't know that much, and she said, well, don't worry about it, I'm going to teach you. And because she was taught about some great people, and so she said, I'm going to teach you, and I'm going to teach you for free, because everybody wanted a lot of money. And she began to teach me how to, do some videos, and how to, market, and get on Facebook and MySpace, and just do a lot of things. So I started getting in different things, and still didn't learn the trademark of marketing. I became like a network junkie. I was getting in this opportunity, that opportunity, not making money, buying flyers. Oh, I mean, putting cars on cars. I was talking to everybody the 3-foot rule, and I got into Melaleuca. I got into the Avon. I got into the Mary Kay. I got into the YTB, the Travel. I got into the Skinny Body Kit, trying to lose the weight. Well, all of those products are good products. Not knocking any of it. But if you don't learn how to market, no one will teach you the right way. You just out there, and that's where I was at. I was just out there, just going in this business, going in that business, not making any money, losing money, and it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my sponsor fault, but it was their fault because they didn't know, so they couldn't teach me something that they didn't know how to do. And so all they knew that you buy your flyer, you write your list of your 100 families and friends, and you goes and you talk to them, and you call your first 10 people, and you call the next 10 people. Well, then you teach them to do the same thing. Well, think about this. We all got the same families and friends. How long that's gonna last? So that's where I went for years and years and years, until the last year about the last year and a half, I realized that, okay, I'm tired, God. I can't do this no more. I'm 65 years old now. I can't do this no more. And so I just was about to throw in the towel. And I had a few mentors here and there, and they were very good mentors. They taught me a lot about the internet marketing. I really, really appreciate it. And so I had said, you know what, I'm not doing anything else. But when you have that spirit within you, it's hard to just walk away. And I realized in so many ways that, okay, yes, I am a Christian. Love the Lord with all my heart. Love people. That's just me. Love the Lord. And the Bible says a good man leaveth inherit to his children's children. Well, let me tell you something. You can't leave nothing if you don't have it. Remember, I have 6 grown daughters. I have 6 grown granddaughters. I have 7 grandsons. I have 6 great-grandsons, and just had the boss lady of the family after 18 years. I just had my first great-granddaughter. Hey, congratulations! Thank you. And so, I got to leave something back here. Not only just money, but a wealth of knowledge. But, hey, money is next to, people say, well, money not everything, but I tell you what, it's next to the air that you breathe. Take a deep breath. You need air, and you need money. Don't let nobody fool you that you don't need money. Well, you know what? I can talk and talk and talk, But you know what? I'm going to close out on this video for right now because I'm going to come back with another video. And this video is going to be about a product, a service that I am involved with, an opportunity, how it's a simple opportunity, that an opportunity that everybody needs and everybody can use. The only reason why they won't use it is because they don't understand that they need it. So I'm going to stop with this video, and I thank you all for taking the time to listen at this little mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother. And I will be back. Stay tuned for the next video.